In this video, we're going to show you how to get started using the Dolby Atmos Album Assembler. The Album Assembler is a new mastering tool for putting the finishing touches on your Dolby Atmos songs and albums. In order to follow along, you will need to download and install the Dolby Atmos Album Assembler and the Dolby Atmos Renderer application. Free 90-day trials of the Album Assembler and the Dolby Atmos Production Suite, both for Mac OS, are available at customer.dolby.com. They are available for purchase on the Avid Store. Once the Dolby Atmos renderer has been installed, it will need to be configured to work with the Album Assembler. Navigate to the renderer preferences and set the audio input device to the Dolby Audio Bridge and the output device to your desired core audio output device. Ensure that the LTC input channel matches the output of the Album Assembler, which defaults to 129, and the frame rate is set to 24. If using headphones, enable headphone-only mode, verify that the output device is set to the output path to your headphones, and ensure that the headphone render mode is set to binaural. Click Accept to save changes. Ensure that you close any open master files. The renderer source selection is set to input, and sync is enabled. In the Album Assembler, connect to the renderer by selecting it from the Connection drop-down menu. The status indicator light will turn green. Once the Album Assembler is connected, the renderer will show that connection in a number of different places. To start, import an ADM BWF Dolby Atmos master file by navigating to File, Import ADM BWF, or by pressing Command-I. Select your master file and click Open. The Album Assembler will import it onto the timeline and generate a 5:1 waveform. You can also import multiple files at once. To adjust the zoom level, use the zoom slider or press Command+ and Command-. Scroll through the timeline using the scroll bar or Shift and scroll wheel. Push play in the transport controls or press spacebar to begin playback. There is a master output meter next to the transport controls, and you can view meters and objects in the renderer as well. Push stop or press spacebar to stop playback. To start playback from a specific location, click on the top of the timeline ruler to move the playback start marker, or click on the time readout and enter a specific time. Click on the imported clip to select it. A selected clip will have a pink waveform and a blue outline. The clip panel will display information about the selected clip, such as start, end, fades, and duration, as well as gain, EQ, limiting, and loudness. Click and drag to move the clip on the timeline. To trim a clip, click and drag on the middle of the left or right clip edge. To apply fades, click and drag on the top left or right corner of the clip. The mouse icon will change for each operation. Clip gain can be adjusted by clicking and dragging the gain knob, or clicking the numerical field and entering a value. For the EQ and limiter, click on the respective In button to toggle processing on or off. Click the Edit button to open the respective window. You can also open the windows by pressing Command semicolon for the EQ and Command apostrophe for the limiter. EQ and limiting can be adjusted and monitored in real time during playback and are applied equally to all object embed channels. Option-click any knob to reset it to the default value. Once you have made adjustments, click Analyze to perform a loudness analysis on the clip. This analysis includes fades, gain, EQ, and limiting, so if any changes are made to the clip after analysis, it will need to be reanalyzed. You can also view real-time loudness measurement in the renderer. To export the mastered file, ensure that the clip is selected and navigate to File, Export ADM BWF, or press Command-Shift-A. Choose an output directory, file name, and click Save. During the Atmos mastering process, it can be useful to compare the Atmos master to an existing stereo master. Import a stereo wave file by navigating to File, Import Stereo Wave, or pressing Command-Shift-I. Select the stereo wave and click Open. You can also import multiple files at once. Note that only 48K wave files can be imported. As with an Atmos clip, click and drag the stereo clip to move it. To monitor the stereo reference, click on the stereo reference button or press Shift-S. The blue speaker icon will move to the stereo track to indicate active playback. Atmos and stereo monitoring can be toggled during playback. To adjust the gain of the stereo reference track, use the stereo gain knob or enter a numerical value in the gain field. Option-click the knob to reset it. Note that the stereo gain affects all clips on the stereo reference timeline. Let's import some more ADM files and arrange the songs. Navigate to File, Import ADM BWF, or press Command-I. Shift-click to select multiple consecutive files, and Command-click to select non-sequential files. Clips will be imported to the timeline in alphanumeric order. Click and drag to arrange the clips on the timeline. Gain, EQ, and limiting are independently adjusted on each clip, and the EQ and limiter windows will display the controls of the selected clip. The selected clip name also appears in the top of those windows. EQ and limiter settings can be copied and pasted between clips. Click the Options drop-down and select Copy Settings. Select a different clip, click the Options drop-down, and select Paste Settings. This will copy settings, but the In button will still need to be clicked to activate the processing. To save your work to a project file, navigate to File, Save Project, or File, Saved Project As. The project will be saved as a DA3 file and can be opened by navigating to File, Open Project. For more information on the Dolby Atmos album assembler and working in Dolby Atmos, please refer to the release notes and other documentation included with the installer, and visit our knowledge base and forums at professionalsupport.dolby.com, as well as our free, self-guided online training at learning.dolby.com.